name's Paul Bayes. I'm a bishop in the Church of England, a retired bishop. I used to be the Bishop of Liverpool until 2022. In 2020, I became a patron of the Open Table Network, and it was my privilege to visit and learn from Open Table Liverpool. And what I've noticed over the years of my time in Liverpool is the growth of this network across the country, the need that it is clearly feeding for LGBT plus people to be honoured and affirmed within the church at a time when it seems sometimes impossible that they will be. It was a huge privilege to be invited to be a patron of Open Table, and I think Open Table has both seen challenges and great encouragement over the last few years, and I'm honoured still to be connected with you. The challenges, of course, are that in the world as a whole there's a lurch to the right and a victimisation of, marginalisation of, oppression of LGBT plus people in all kinds of ways across the world, including in this country. And within the church, my own church, the Church of England, a great stuckness as those who honour a progressive approach are finding themselves stymied by the shrill voices of those who oppose any such approach. I think my encouragement to you is that the Open Table Network at local level is growing, that needs are being met, and that therefore your voice does matter and does count within the councils of the church. But the main thing that I think you can do is to be that interface between the wider LGBT plus community and the churches, or whichever denomination, to indicate to the wider community that not all Christians are homophobic, and that Christians do not necessarily have to learn to hate before they can talk about love. Over my shoulder here you can see a star shining. That's the Foundation Award from the Liverpool region Pride organisation, and it was a huge privilege, one of the greatest privileges of my ministry, to have been given that at the end of my time in Liverpool. I think that star shines as an indication of the bridge that can be crossed when people who don't have room for faith, but who dismiss the churches because they seem to be so homophobic and so caught up in themselves, that people can see that there are those who are trying to build bridges. And of course the Open Table Network is far better placed to do that than any bishop. It's my privilege to be an ally, but I know where the real work gets done, friends. It gets done by you and by your colleagues in all the different local open tables across the country and in that growing network. I want to thank you and encourage you to keep going in what sometimes seems to be a desert time, and to trust, as Christians have always had to trust, that the God whom we cannot see is nonetheless real, and that in our hearts and in our communities we can manifest that reality of God in a way that will draw people to Jesus Christ. Friends, thank you. I'm grateful for the opportunity to talk to you, and I wish you every blessing for the future.